Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the update from Liberty Media on the takeover of MotoGP. Now, as we know, Liberty Media were to take over MotoGP, and that is still firmly rooted to happen. However, Liberty Media announced today that the European Commission has opened an in-depth investigation known as a Phase 2 into the proposed acquisition of MotoGP. The agreement to acquire MotoGP was announced in April and has since received all other necessary regulatory approvals. However, following the initiation of Phase 2 of the investigation, all parties have agreed to extend the investigation and believe the European Commission will reach a positive conclusion. Speaking recently, Carmelo Espeleta, CEO of MotoGP and commercial rights holder of Dorna Sports, said, "We expect the acquisition to receive the necessary EU approval, and we are excited about the potential opportunity to work with Liberty Media. In the meantime, we remain committed to our strategy, taking our sports to new heights and continuing our impressive growth rate further to expand our global fan base to over 500 million. So the main question here is, what exactly is wrong? Now, in Europe, Formula One and MotoGP are the two pinnacle of motorsports. And I think the problem that the EU Commission currently has is that realistically, with Liberty Media owning both, they would have a monopoly on the motorsport circle, let's just call it, within those two realms. Yes, there's rallying and other forms of motorsport, but none that would draw the attraction of these two sports. And I think that's where the EU Commission is a little bit worried, but I do think it will be a formality. Now, the other thing, though, I am very worried about is I do know KTM have come out and said that they're committed for 2025. You know, I'm having trouble believing KTM when they say things, because, look, we've been told misleading statements for many, many months about their financial circumstances and all of this, that, and the other. And, realistically, if you're Liberty Media, you bought a race series with 5 manufacturers, and before you just take over, one of those manufacturers will disappear. It's a little bit worrying and a little bit concerning. So I do think there is a whole other thing about it. Now, what happens if Liberty Media just say they did pull the plug? Well, they would have to pay 126 million to Dorna. That's long story short of where it is. If they don't buy it, they're now liable for that amount of money. But it's definitely interesting. I think it will be a formality, but I think it's just going to be delayed into the new year, slightly, that the approval is going to come. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of Liberty Media's update on purchasing MotoGP? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.